What's up, guys? My name is Josh Clow, one of the co-hosts of the Cleaver Podcast, and today we're going to be discussing about Antonio Brown. Um, if if you guys haven't heard already, there's been tempers flaring up in the Steelers organization between Antonio Brown and a couple of teammates. There's been a lot of different reports on what has happened. There's like 10, 15 different reports, so everyone's lying, but someone's telling the truth. But a lot of them are saying that Antonio Brown wants to be traded. Um, this is actually a huge possibility because of the fact that Juju Schuster-Smith is being emerging as a superstar, but he carries a very big price and his age about to be 30 years old. But the real question is, if he does get traded, where will he go? Now, I did some research today and yesterday, and I found the best shooting scenarios for each of these teams that I picked that would want him, essentially. So let me just dive right in. There's going to be a couple of brackets. First bracket is trading for the first round pick. Essentially, that's what the Steelers are going to go for. Is they want a first round pick, and the most logical team to go after him is the Raiders. Why the Raiders? Well, the Raiders got three first round picks. They could use one of those for Antonio Brown. We all know how bad the Raiders were this season. You know, kind of trading everyone away. They got rid of Khalil Mack. They got rid of Amari Cooper. So they don't have a lot of talent, but they do have a lot of cap. They have $77 million this year alone for just cap, and I think they have more next year. So Antonio Brown carries a $15 million cap space for the 2019 season. So they definitely have the money for that, and they have one of the draft picks to draft or to trade out. So essentially, the Raiders will go down to two, but they get picked up. You know, not Mari Cooper, Antonio Brown, who will take over the Mari Cooper and be the number one wide receiver, which is a win-win situation because now they got the elite wide receiver that they know that Antonio Brown is a lockdown, number one wide receiver. I mean, he lead the league in touchdowns, I believe, at 15 this season. Derek Carr is a very good quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be better than Big Ben. There's agreements and disagreements between the two guys, but um, that is something to help the Raiders going forward. Definitely, John Gruden's trying to form that team into his picture. They still got a lot of draft picks, and they're going to go all out. They're going to fill in all these holes. So Raiders are the most logical. Now, something that's not the most logical, but is a possibility, is the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers do hold two first round picks. They traded last year with the Saints, so they have wherever they're at, uh, 16, 17. They hold like the 32nd pick. They could trade one of those for Antonio Brown. The Packers are actually they're in a win now situation despite having a new coach coming in. Aaron Rodgers is not getting younger. Antonio Brown can help boosting up that offense. So, I mean, they're losing Randall Cobb. He is a free agent this year. So, you could bring in Amari. Wow, why do I keep saying Amari? You could bring in Antonio Brown, and so you have Devonte Adams, and then you have Antonio Brown, and that would be a scary offense already. And their run game is now coming together. Don't be surprised they go after Le'Veon Bell too. Green Bay has $37 million in cap space. It's not a lot, but chances are they'll be moving on from a couple of players. So they will probably beefing that up a little bit, and whatever draft picks they have, they're probably going to go out on defense. So watch out for the Packers of trying to win now situation, getting to the Super Bowl. Now the second one is a player for player situation. Now I have two teams that can go after player for player. The first team is going to be the Arizona Cardinals. Now everyone knows about the Arizona Cardinals. They were the worst team in the league last year or this season. Um, Essentially no offense. You have you know the old Larry Fitzgerald, and then you kind of got David Johnson, who's been up and down this season. So that's essentially what they have now. If they can get Antonio Brown, they could probably keep Larry Fitzgerald for another year. Use it as a bait, saying we're gonna try to make a run with this. Can you stay? And he'll probably stay. Now, what to give up for a player for player? Well, The Steelers have needs also, and I think their biggest need is going to be on defense. Their corners are they don't have the best corners. Joe Hayden's old. The strong possibility is trading Patrick Peterson. There's been a lot of reports that Patrick Peterson probably wants to be traded, and it might be the most logical thing for the Cardinals moving forward. Try to get younger on that defense. Peterson holds $11 million in 19, and then $12 million in 2020. So they're getting rid of 11, $12 million, bringing Antonio Brown's $15 million. So it's not going to hurt them in the cap space. They might trade like a third or fourth round pick also for Antonio Brown, but that's probably the most logical. It's a win-win situation for both teams. Now, they're going to be a lot more for the Arizona Cardinals. They got to build a defense, but that's what they have to do. The other team that could do it is the Colts. The Colts leads the league this year in cap space at 122 million, meaning the whole team is young. They're on rookie contracts, other than Angela and T.Y. Hilton. So they're probably gonna. They don't have a lot of superstars in that team to trade away. So they might have to trade two people away, and the two people I think they will trade away is Malik Hooker and Ryan Kelly. Um, they both in total of about 7 to 8 million combining because they're both on rookie deals. But which and then you're bringing in Antonio Brown. He's gonna be 15 mil, which doesn't do anything because the Colts they have the most money. So you can trade those two guys. You bring in Antonio Brown. You beefing up that offense even more to be the most dangerous. Definitely, if Brady comes back, you got to compete against the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, and or the Chiefs next season with their high prolific offense. And then they can use the free agency to beefing up their defense. And also, I mean, their defense is coming together. They have a really great rookie linebacker, Darius Leonard, to come up, but you can use one of your first round picks for a defensive back or something like that. So the possibility is also there. And then the third team that would trade for someone is Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns have $80 million in cap space, so they could take it. The only problem to that is do the Steelers want to trade to the Browns that they have to play twice a year? It's an unfortunate, unlikely event that's going to happen, but it is a possibility depending on what they want to trade away. I don't have a player that I chose for the Cleveland Browns because they're all stacked with young potential talent. I think the most logical one to send away is probably Peppers, but and probably like a third round pick, something on the lines of that. But the Browns need an elite wide receiver. I mean, their best wide receiver is Jarvis Landry, and to be real, Antonio Brown is 30 times better than Jarvis Landry. Antonio Brown will actually help Baker Mayfield to be someone more and help him exceed higher than he already is today. But like I said, that is probably the unlikely scenario of trying to trade someone. And then the third category is the unlikely, probably not going to happen, but this is the NFL and it could happen. And the team to go after him would be the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are known for grabbing these type of guys. They picked up Randy Moss. They picked up, Josh Gordon. Stuff like that. So they do go after these like elite players every once in a while, and the Patriots will find a way to trade it. The other problem with that to be is would the Steelers trade to the Patriots for Antonio Brown if you're trying to compete against them? Probably not. But Bill Belichick is probably the master of all trades. He could find a way and work with Mike Tomlin or the president, GM, whatever that take cares of that, to bust out a mega trade. Um, I hope it doesn't happen. I'd be really mad about it. But like I said, that is something to keep an eye on because that is a huge possibility for the New England Patriots. So that's what I have for the where Antonio Brown's going to be going. There's what I got like 6 different teams he can go. Really, he has a possibility of making any team, but those are probably the best 6 teams that would go after for him. I really think that the Raiders or the Packers will probably make the biggest push against or for him. Packers are in a win now. Raiders got the draft picks, but we're gonna see what time tells. He may not be traded at all. He might play his final 2 years with Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger's near the end of his time. You know that he wants to win another ring. Antonio Brown's your best bet to keep on the team. 15 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. And you got Juju Smith, Vance McDonald, Jesse James. That team's loaded, and James Conner. So we will see when we see. We'll probably watch about in March when the trade actually goes down, if that happens. But let me know in the comment section where do you think he's gonna go, or if he's gonna stay. And if you haven't already, subscribe to us so you don't miss any future videos or podcasts. We are busting out a podcast tomorrow on Thursday, January 3rd. Hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.